In the last couple of days, I've played Yixuan on 4 different accounts. I play without her signature, I play with her signature. I've also played her on an M6 account, on M2 account, you name it. So today we're gonna do an honest review about Yixuan. Also, I'm gonna answer some of the most frequent questions that I had during the stream and any tips or tricks that I wanted to add from the previous video, which you guys gave a lot of love. I was really surprised by that. Thank you guys. And let's just get this out of the way. I will be doing the Yixuan and Astro giveaway this weekend. I'll keep you guys posted on YouTube posts as well as on Twitter. And we're gonna wrap up this Yixuan series with her pull value rankings and if Yixuan is still one of the better options. The first thing that I noticed is that Yixuan is the most complete unit without any mindscapes. For those that know me, I love M6ing, C6ing. I like unlocking, whether it's like new playstyle or animation. Yixuan is the first one that I can say that I don't feel like I want to M6. For those that don't believe me, here we go. Yesterday I streamed, got all her mindscapes, didn't learn any of them, and I didn't overclock any of the duplicate weapons. At her base copy, she feels like a complete unit. I wish I could say the same about 1.7 characters like Hugo and Vivian. If you want to know more, check out the Hugo video. The adrenaline generation as well as technique points generation feels good. She does well in day-to-day activities. I asked my chat the other day, who do they choose now to do their dailies, whether it's for disc farming or it is their weekly bosses? They all said Yixuan, because Yixuan starts even at Mindscape 0 with full adrenaline, whereas for Miyabi, you need to get to M2 to start just blasting at the start of a dungeon. The next thing that I notice about her is that she has good suck and good AoE. Her X special, where you hold her basic attack down, that has decent AoE as well as good suck as well. And as I pointed out and showcased in the how to play Yixuan guide, her X special hold sucks real good, has pretty nasty AoE. Of course, not Miyabi level, but it's not Jane level either. Jane level is like T-Rex. Hopefully they fix that, devs. Hello, let's go. In her X special hold, I never really had any issues sticking to targets. Now her X special basic attack hold, where she's doing her finger channeling, well, that's a little different story. Now, the next thing, please hear me out. Don't quote me out of context. Don't just listen to a part of it. I asked a lot of casuals, as well as that return to the game, if Yixuan is friendly and easy to play. Once they got the basics down, after watching my how to play Yixuan guide, once they learned how to crawl, walk, and run, they were telling me they were having a lot of fun, just mashing and winning. Also, she's very tanky because she's gearing for HP. And Yixuan has a lot of iframes and O-ship buttons. And even if they don't know what perfect block is, or what perfect dodge is, just by holding whatever X special, they were able to play offensively and defensively at the same time. And Yixuan's regular ult, the Decibel ult, evenly redistributes the squad's HP, so she's able to keep herself alive or any of her squad members that are in trouble. But not only that, she's also veteran friendly. I've been playing her for 3 days and I'm still unlocking new rotations, especially during stun windows or going into stun windows. And I asked the veterans in my chat if they regretted their poll decision for getting Yixuan. I've not heard a single response. Another thing that I noticed is that she has great base numbers. Now, for those that failed listening comprehension, please listen to the whole thing, right? Of course, her W-Engine is great. Who wouldn't want her signature weapon if it just rained down for free? Everybody would use it. And people quote me percentages like they're smart. They got it from some site. I've done the calc myself. I've seen it myself. However, why are we just looking at percentages? Like, for example, I remember a viewer said, hey, Zeals, you're not going to get this character. Well, I'll just put into ZZZ terms. You're not going to go M6 her? That support at M6, she gains 100% more damage. I was like, what? 100%? Okay. Pull out my card, went M6. But what I didn't check, what the viewer didn't check, what you guys don't check, is you guys don't check the base number that it's even increasing. Let's look at this example here. If you look at Astra, and if you look at Miyabi, and this is actual combat numbers from the beginning of the fight up to finishing the stun cycle. Obviously, Miyabi gaining 30% more damage from what she's doing right now is going to be more team damage than Astra getting 30%. So what I'm trying to say is this. You got to look at what the base number is. In Yixuan's case, her base numbers are good enough that she can perform without her W-Engine. If everybody could get the W-Engine at a click of a button for free, we would love to. But there are those that do not have enough pulls, or they're looking at the future, which we'll talk about. So for those that don't want to take a chance, don't want to spread too thin, then we got to make adult decisions here. So I just gave 2 examples of where, one, if you already have good base, then getting it even higher, it's just overkill. And second, when the base value is already so low that increasing it by 50% really doesn't do anything. Now, another good thing about Yixuan is that you get pan in her banner. So those two can pair up, making Yixuan banner a little bit more free-to-play friendly. And due to what I said previously about her having a good base, she doesn't always have to pair up with the stunner. While that may be ideal for some, I've seen success with people that have an M0 Yixuan pairing with other DPS agents, attacker agents. That segues to what I want to say next. I know that Yixuan does not feel complete in terms of her whole team. Some were hoping that the next supporter announced, Yuzuha, would be a rupture supporting agent. Turns out that's not the case. We'll talk about it soon. Some of the theory crafters, we were having a discussion about Yixuan supporter. I think the reason why Hoyo is not releasing a supporter like Astra, but instead of buffing attack, buffing HP, max HP, is because they're too scared that Yixuan would just be too strong. I think they want to chill out a little bit, release Ju Fufu first. What Yixuan likes is increasing her ultimate damage or all damage, as well as crit damage. Because even at M6, she doesn't have that many sources of crit damage that it's not getting DR'd. Instead of making a niche HP buffer just for Yixuan, I think what Hoyo is trying to do is give other agents that give either ult damage, crit damage, or just generic damage increase. And Ju Fufu happens to be one of them. As I said at the start of the video, I wanted to show some of the intermediate tech for Yixuan that I've incorporated. So this is like adding on to what I said in my how to play Yixuan guide. The question that I got the most was, what about our X special hold? So as a refresher, let me just show you guys once again, X special hold. You hold it down, let it fully charge, X special into X special. Now the other one is the X special where you hold the basic attack down and she does the finger hold, finger channel. The question that I got was which one to use outside of the stun window. For sweaty min-maxers, it depends. But for me, the go-to is this. Check this out. It's just X special spam without holding. Now that versus this, which one is higher DPS? Well, this is more DPS, where you're just tapping it 3 times. Versus this. Why is it more DPS? Well, the damage multiplier is higher, as well as the cast time is shorter by 0.1 second. Now the whole X special hold fully channel into double X special hits versus the finger hold X special. The time difference is 1.5 seconds. For beginners that are fighting very aggressive bosses and you don't really know the timing, you could hold it down so you don't take damage and get the perfect block, get the adrenaline. For those that are more advanced, you can hold it down a little bit and then get the perfect block and then finish it off. Also, you could just hold it as well and then get the perfect dodge, but you don't get any adrenaline off that. So outside of the stun window, I just tap it. Unless I know the boss is about to hit me, then I hold it a little bit longer, like that. So if you're more advanced and you're playing more quick swappy kind of a squad, then you don't really fully have to hold down the X special hold. A couple things that I noticed while I was watching my viewers play was not canceling a lot of the animation. Yixuan has a lot of cancelable animations. So the first one is the X special hold. As soon as you see the wings, as soon as you see it, just switch if you want to. Now the second one is after using the Auric Ink point. So here it is. We're gonna use it with the dodge button here, and you could just cancel that. Another situation is, let's say you're really dry on adrenaline on Yixuan, so you want to swap into her, but you don't want to spend too much time and swap back out. In that case, you want to swap into her, and then you want to hold the right dodge button, and then swap out like that. She'll generate adrenaline, do a 5th hit basic attack. So yeah, Yixuan has a lot you can cancel out of. Really, really fun. As for a pull value score, here it is. As for a horizontal value, how many relevant meta teams can she fit into today? And while she may not currently be like a Tetris piece fitting perfectly everywhere, she is pretty flexible. She gets an additional point just like I gave to Miyabi for times where you need to burn your stamina, you don't want to spend too much effort. Miyabi used to be my go-to for all of this stuff, like the weekly holo, any last minute combat related events, or just gotta do my dailies before I gotta go somewhere. But now joining Miyabi, Yixuan's right there as well. I don't really have much to say about her mindscapes. Yeah, it changes how she does her rotation, especially during stun windows. I get that. The way you start the fight, a little different. But it's not anything like going from M4 to M6 Vivian or M4 to M6 Hugo. And I think this is not a bad thing. I think this is a good thing. As for her role as a Rupture DPS unit, she's one of her kind. She's got the good genetics. She has a good base. She's the first S-limited true damage dealer and an HP scaler. We don't know just yet if that is going to be important or useful in the long run. But for now, this is her score. Overall, Yixuan turned out to be very solid, especially for those that are going very vertically into her and investing into her with Ju Fufu, as well as Yixuan's W-Engine. But what about those that are not only interested in Yixuan and open to other future options? So what you're seeing on your screen are the agents that we know are coming, that are 100% confirmed in this order. Now, out of these, of course, it's going to differ a lot from person to person. Like, I personally don't know if you have an anomaly-centric account. So this is just going to be more of an in general thing. Once again, pull for whoever you want to pull. But in terms of high-value targets, the ones that I have in my eyes are, I would say that these two in general are high-value targets. Yuzuha is a supporter. Now, I don't think she's going to be an all-purpose in general support like Astra. Like, Astra works in attacker teams. She works in even anomaly teams. Since Yuzuha and Alice, they're part of the same squad. And since Alice turns out to be anomaly, so if Yuzuha happens to be a very anomaly focused supporter and you love your anomaly agents or the anomaly playstyle, or you have an anomaly centric account, then you might want to set your target on Yuzuha. And for those that are waiting for certain reruns, let me remind you, we do not know for sure who the 2.1 reruns are going to be. Now, some of my Discord members, we have kind of an idea, but once again, that's not 100%. And for those that want to just grab Yixuan and then start saving towards the future agents, do so with a peace of mind. Like I said about Yixuan's signature W-Engine, it is amazing, it is great. But once again, if you're dry and you have your eyes in the future agents, then it is what it is, guys. Once again, don't look at just the little percentages. Look at the whole picture, which was what this video was about, the whole picture. Anyways, guys, if you need any help, if you're a returning new player, please never hesitate to ask questions, especially when I'm live on twitch.tv. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.